Operation Silent Engine. Jay Darkman, you're doing okay. You're just fatigued.
This is Big Sky. We're just north of the crash site. Strike 1 is in position to engage.
Loud and clear, Big Sky. We'll monitor those readings from here. Strike 1 is authorized to assault the alien craft.
It's actually sort of weird, anti-French, what the script does with Alien, or what the save file does with Alien missions. It's not something I've actually worked out how to read programmatically yet. That's why I'm doing it manually. There's just stuff that I don't know about Alien missions, which is what's making it hard for me to understand it mostly. Hey, Smurf. Thank you very much.
Heading to that location.
People have been very generous with their support of what I'm doing, and it makes me happy. It makes me want to do it more. What's maximum alien threat level? Okay, let me tell you what I understand about alien threat level. I'm going to try to tell you it in full. It starts at 0. Every time that you clear a small or medium UFO raid, it goes up by 1. And every time you clear a large or very large UFO raid, it goes up by 2. So in the first month, if you shoot down 3 scouts and do 3 raids, you end the month with 3 threat level. Now, at the end of the month, a bunch of different stuff happens. First, that threat level gets divided by 2 rounded down. So it goes from 3 to 1. Then, with that number, you... what's it called? You gate it between 0 and 4. So if it's above 4 at this point, it gets cut down to 4. It will never be below 0 because all you've done is divide it by 2. So it's at 1 for April, right? You do all the stuff with the mission table at that point. You set up the missions and everything. And then, on top of that, you subtract 2 from the number that you were left over, but it's gated at 0. So after you've established that this month is threat level 1, it gets subtracted 2 from it. It goes down to 0, and that's where you start the next month. And so the next month you might do a bunch of missions and get up to like threat level 8 is your number. And then at the end of the month, it would divide by 2 down to 4. You generate all the missions, and then 2 would be subtracted, and it would end up at 2. And that would be where you started the next month. So the highest you ever start a month is at 2 threat points or whatever, but you can have threat level of up to 4 at the start of a month. That's my understanding of what's going on. It took me a really long time to understand that much about threat level. And it's like just generally unenjoyable to try to work out how the aliens are planning their missions, so it's not something that I've spent that much more time. Yeah, I haven't spent that much more time working on it since I got that far. One of the big things to take away from that is that the only thing that's actually generating threat is going on UFO raids. Okay. You can shoot down a UFO and leave it alone and it won't generate threat. You can destroy a UFO with your interceptors and it won't generate threat. The abductions you go on don't actually generate threat. The terror missions don't. Actually, going on a base assault doesn't generate threat level, to my knowledge. It's only raiding UFOs. And the other thing is for trapped UFOs, landed UFOs can be trapped. And they look at the number that you have right now, not like what it was at the beginning of the month or whatever. So if your number is like 17 because you've been doing a ton of UFOs that month, actually I think it's capped at 30, but you double whatever number you have, and there's that % chance of a UFO that's landed being trapped. So if you're at 7, threat number for the month, you'd have a 14% chance that a UFO was trapped. Because your threat number like has a bunch subtracted and divided out of it at the beginning of each month, that means that UFOs at the beginning of months are less likely to be trapped than UFOs at the end of months.
Moving to designated position. Time to motor.
Heading there now.
Affirmative, Commander. Position confirmed.
That is good to know, yeah.
Back off.
Overwatch confirmed. On Overwatch.
Roger that. Scanning.
Eventually, you become one with the spreadsheets, and there's just a spreadsheet living in your brain, which you can call on at any time.
Moving out.
I know a lot of miscellaneous information about Long War 1 and Long War 2.
Commander.
If that were ever a thing for like trivia night, I would probably win.
Aye, aye, Commander.
I'm pretty sure shooting one down does not raise threat by one follower. But if I'm wrong, let me know.
Roger. I've got
On
my eyes on.
Overwatch.
I mean, I got Russ's last name
Eyes
wrong,
peeled, Commander.
so
Relay, Commandant.
it has been proven that I am fallible.
I think I heard something.
Looks like 3 meld cans on this one, possibly without ever even meeting an enemy. Just walk
On
over
my
and pick them
way.
up. Shoot down does give +1? Really? Okay, I'll believe the wiki. I mean, sometimes the wiki is wrong and I'm
I'm
right,
on it, Commander.
but I'm gonna believe that the wiki is right
All
in
an
this
ass.
case. Whoa, what? I hope that those guys
Aye,
don't
aye,
get
Commander.
a free move against me. I bet the smoke grenade won't even cover this soldier anyway. Hey, it hit. That's good.
Scan en cours.
Let's give this a blow.
I don't like the crashed Raider UFO maps just in general, short friend.
I'm on it.
They're all too, like,
Affirmative. Covering
big
now.
and clunky and,
Clear to engage.
I don't know, plain. They're, like, not interesting. There's no fun
La cible n'a rien.
barn or convenience store or anything like that. Anti-fringe, that's in configs. I bet if you just did like a find in path for bonus, it would be there. I'm sorry, I don't know exactly what the config name is, like the variable is called or whatever. How do I do this? They're using my tricks against me. They've broken loss. We could break loss back. Might just be what we have to do. Double mectoid.
Heading to that location.
Let's give him a taste of their own medicine.
Eyes in the sky.
We don't actually have that much help.
I'm on it, Commander.
Whatever.
Jim on me. Heading to that location.
Position confirmed.
Wait, who's making the tactical tumble? Me or the
Heading
mectoids?
to that location.
I think think that we're about to find that it is the
Rolling
mechdoids,
down.
in fact, who are tumbling this time.
Heading there now.
Roger that. Scanning.
Overwatch. Roger.
Come get some.
Rearming weapons.
On y retourne.
Would I ship a sectoid plush to the UK? Yeah, we'll do that. I'm already shipping one overseas this month. I only have one Caitlyn though, so if we get like really popular, I'm gonna have to stop offering that because Caitlyn can only make so many sectoid plushes. It might get like downgraded to a sectoid head keychain, something like that.
Moving. She's safe and sound, Chief.
Or I could like maybe clone Caitlyn, or just hire someone else to make sectoid plushes.
That's affirmative.
I think cloning Caitlyn sounds more satisfactory.
5 sur 5.
Sectoid plush. These guys are featured in my You Follower welcoming videos. They are made from gorgeous wool or something. There's some argument in scholarly circles over whether these are Long War 1 or Long War 2 sectoids.
On the move.
I like to say that they are the best of both.
Good to go. Okay.
Would I ship cloned Caitlyn to South Africa?
Affirmative, Commander.
I think Caitlyn would do what she wanted. Bindle! Yeah, there you go. Here are my sectoid plushes.
Moving to position.
Thanks for all of your support, Bindle.
Overwatch, aye aye.
Reloading weapons.
Mechdoids are getting on my nerves a little bit. Why won't you die?
Roger. Tracking.
On the move.
Should we just shoot rockets at them until they're dead? No, it's like 8 meld.
Moving to position. Affirmative. Covering now. On Overwatch.
I think the battle scanner was probably messing them up. They'll probably
Scanning.
move somewhere more exciting this turn. Where could they be? He asked with a wink.
Okay.
This might get shot at.
Frag out.
Apparently one of those has 5 DR.
Boom, boom, pow.
Yep, Lazar, how's it going? Oh, that time he had 8 DR. That'll show him.
Enemy unit eliminated.
Okay, we got one. We're trying to be a little quick here.
J'y vais tout de suite. Voilà ce qu'on cherchait.
'Cause there is another melt canister out there.
Il est à son compte. Je bouge.
Affirmative, Commander.
Okay.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
I'm expecting this guy to just deal some damage to a mech. Shouldn't be anything too big a deal. Wow. Never mind. Never mind. He was not even within 10 hit points of being alive after making that move.
Position confirmed. I'm on it, Commander.
Aye, aye.
Ok, je bouge. Stepping off. Let's do this.
Ready to engage.
Ready to fire. Resupply completed.
Affirmative.
That was a
Moving
fun
out.
little fight. The optimal time to move from putting rebels on intel to recruit. Are you presenting that as like a...
On the move. Moving out.
Why are you presenting that as a necessary
Yeah.
progression? Like it's obvious
Fais vers
that
la
you would
position.
go from one to the other. Here's
Moving
a...
out.
This is a Long War 1 stream, I guess, but
On Overwatch.
in Long War 2,
I'm on it.
at the start of a campaign, you want
Moving
to
to Overwatch.
maximize your intel for detecting missions.
On y va.
So you want all of your rebels on intel. This is just a
Headed to
very
that
small
location.
example. You want all of your rebels on intel in your haven and the
On
Avenger
Overwatch.
scanning there too, because you have 2 fresh activities in the haven at the start of the campaign. After like 4 or 5 days of generating that intel though,
You hear that?
your return on the intel is going down very quickly, and you may have even discovered both of the activities, and at that point you have a moment where intel generated in the haven is actually of no value at all, and you can flip over to recruit for as long as it takes to actually run the missions before activities are there again,
Heading to
and then you
that
can flip to
location.
intel again. So there is actually like there's a significant amount of back and
Scanners
forth if
online.
you want to micromanage it perfectly in your campaign.
That's affirmative.
On my way.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Moving.
J'y vais. Headed there now.
Overwatch.
Affirmatif. Je couvre la zone. Overwatch.
I'm
Aye,
watching.
aye.
I'm on the move.
I wonder if the people who created
On my
Mechdoids watched Donnie Darko.
Roger Dodger.
I feel like there may be some transmission of ideas going on there.
Rocket pack to go.
Rolling out. Yes, Commander.
Overwatch.
Reste en surveillance.
Eyes peeled, Commander.
Sectoid Commander. He's been orchestrating all of this, watching my every move.
On my way. I'm on the move.
We're probably gonna end up fighting 5 Mechdoids this
On my
mission
way.
because the command pod
Je me remue.
Maybe it only has 1.5
Position
on
confirmed.
average or something.
Heading to that location.
Sometimes it doesn't have any. Okay, so maybe our expected mechtoid for the mission is like 4 right now.
Got it covered, watch.
Commandant.
I'm on it.
On Overwatch.
New contact.
Huh. Semi-real pod. No ethereals in the command pod. This is a destroyer? Oh, this is a destroyer. Yeah, there is an ethereal, isn't there? That's why I keep hearing an ethereal. That makes a lot of sense in retrospect.
Boom.
Good call. The mechtoid somehow has 1 hit point right now. I guess at some point somebody shot that. That's too bad for it. I really thought it was bringing this one home.
Dead and gone.
Alright, you're dead, you're dead.
No longer a threat.
2 outsider and a sectoid commander.
I'm on it, Commander.
Don't know how we're killing this. We could collateral damage its cover and kill it with a sniper, maybe.
I'm on my way.
Guardian is not the best in this situation.
Jetpack prêt à décoller.
I might just disabling shot it. So let's hollow that.
Ennemi pacifié.
Oh. Oh, where'd you go? You okay? Wait. Hold on. Pause the game. Is he okay? I think we might need a stretcher on the field. I don't see where he went.
Jetpack operational.
I'm gonna assume he's okay.
Moving out.
Word crit here. It's Alu. I don't actually know if doing this gives me vision of that outsider.
Firing on target position.
It's not. Okay.
Kill confirmed.
Eyes peeled, Commander.
Hey. That's what Guardians do. So we got all the meld. There's been a lot of meld on this mission.
Green to go.
Back online.
And now there's some sort of ethereal
Fire.
Ready to engage.
command pod to deal with.
Je coupe les réacteurs. Bien, commandant.
On my way.
I wonder what the command pod is up to while you're killing all of their friends. They like trying to fix the UFO or something?
Killing thrusters. Let's get a move on.
Are they watching the latest Netflix series? P.S.
Cutting
Check out
ignition.
season 2 of Sense8.
Stepping off.
Je garde l'œil ouvert.
Got it covered.
Scanning.
Overwatch.
23 DR, short friend? I've never even seen double digits, I don't think. That's crazy. Crazy. That's so crazy that I can't even talk
Heading there
anymore.
now.
20?
Enemies
Wow.
in sight.
Okay, that's not exactly how I planned to pull this pod. Not exactly what we were aiming for. We'll call that one a tactical tumble.
Heading to that location. Moving to target location.
It's all gonna be okay though. Was that double ethereal? Ooh. Really? Two Mutant Elites,
Scanner branché.
Mectoid and ethereal. Well, 2 ethereal. Wow. That's a double ethereal pod.
Moving. Good to go.
Last night, she said.
Orders confirmed. On the move.
Light the fires.
So ethereals like to like walk backwards and then not actually do anything. That's been my basic understanding of ethereal AI. All the times that I've seen them. Double rift, what does it mean? I don't know, man. Hi. Mutant Elite AI is also certainly something. Certainly something.
Firing rocket. Heavy ordnance confirmed.
Not flanking him? One tile off.
This one's going nowhere.
Okay, he's disabled. Oh, this is where my engineer is. Do I want an alien heavy weapon? Should wait and see what's going on over here.
Moving.
Exactly as planned. Wow.
Holding cover position.
Do I have chem? I don't have chem. You missed them, huh? Makes sense. Don't need Mutant Elite corpses. Don't need ethereal corpses. That really didn't deal any damage though.
Heading there now. Hoorah!
Okay, I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen here.
I'm on it, Commander.
Let's find out, though. Because Ethereal's like AoE when they die.
Fired up.
Okay, they don't AoE very much when they die. Today I learned. I only have this soldier left. I'm Marauder, I might just die. It's unfortunate.
Allumage.
Crit or something? If this guy had just died. Damn. It's more threatening to leave alive. I'm not sure that we always kill the mechtoid if we shoot it. I can't leave it alive.
C'est plus une menace.
Okay. What you gonna do, mutant?
They're
Grenade
falling
me.
back. They're trying to flank us.
Okay. We actually maybe get to capture him.
Moving. Arc up.
Nice.
Target disabled.
There's another pod? Really? Okay. Wow.
Heading to that location.
So is that the command pod? That was the command pod, right?
On Overwatch.
En observation.
Where are these other guys?
Roger that.
Overwatch. Aye, aye.
I'm intrigued. Tell me more. I'm not hearing anything.
I'm watching.
She's ready.
Affirmative. Covering
I'm
now.
on it.
Roger that. Scanning.
Okay.
You hear that?
Just this seeker pod back there, maybe?
Sure
Or is
side.
it outsiders, perhaps?
Understood. Moving out.
Oh yeah.
Roger. I got my eyes on it.
Overwatch.
Je
Roger.
comprends la zone.
Moving.
Affirmative. En observation.
Affirmative. Covering now.
I suspect that it's a seeker pod that's just... Oh, that was a sectoid noise. So this is a
You hear anything?
sectoid outsider pod, in case we just hadn't fought enough of those yet.
Okay.
I'm on the move.
Through the door? There's one here.
On the move.
Ten four.
Yes, sir.
Cut the jets! We're Headed
Boots on the
inside.
Move, move, move!
Overwatch confirmed. Overwatch confirmed.
Rolling.
I'm on my way.
I should probably heal the other soldier. Nah. She'll be fine.
Moving out.
Hide behind a wall or something.
Moving here!
Here. A couple of guys down the flanks.
I'm ready.
On Overwatch.
Loading is probably a good idea. Theoretically strong.
The hell was that?
Boom, boom, pow.
Alright, Ice and Faust.
Let's soften them up. Eyes on target.
Another Mechtoid. One Mechtoid, 3 Sectoid, 1 Sectoid Commander. So why did I get a silent Q from that? 'Cause none of those enemies are actually silent.
He has a hold.
Bombarding that position.
March, base defense. Well, what I would do if people would let me, I would just shoot down the UFOs that were bringing the units, which completely bypasses the mission. However, the chat, mistakenly believing that this is a democracy, has requested
I'm on the move.
that I actually play the mission. So, yeah. I'm just gonna play the mission with my 12 best soldiers. I'm bringing 10 mechs and 11 mechs? No, I only have 10 mechs, so I'm probably only bringing 10.
J'aime pas ça du tout. Headed there now.
On Overwatch.
Anyway, I suspect that it will be okay.
Armor is still holding.
Engineer could use kill experience. Snibbles could as well.
The bloody sights are off.
Sure they are. That seems like the reason you missed. That's probably it.
Another one down.
Did I say 10 mechs? I definitely said 10 mechs. Yeah, Inner Flame, how's it going?
An optimal performance by our soldiers, Commander. The additional meld will surely aid in our research.
How? Oh, there were 5 mechtoids. So that's 20 meld from mechtoid cores, 15 from cans, and 6 from miscellaneous alien kills. Wow. I think that the flamethrower is destroying corpses but not destroying meld in corpses. Otherwise the numbers don't add up. 40 meld is some good meld. Workshops actually don't work that well for building mechs because the meld is the limiting resource. But they work to power out your other stuff. See, I would just shoot down the assault carrier with my 2 firestorms. usually. Okay, that was like a fairly lengthy mission. We got some meld from it, I guess. Raven 24's aircraft is returned to service. We have to name some pilots because our best pilots get taken out of their interceptors when you build a Firestorm. For those of you who haven't played late game, how it works is that the Firestorm gets piloted by your best pilot. So stacking kills on interceptor pilots is really nice because the kills add damage and accuracy to your Firestorms shooting down the Overseer at the end of the game, which is sort of the big thing that you're trying to do. It's really hard to fail to kill it with 2 Firestorms with plasma cannons and all the flying modules, though. Air-based defenses are still a thing. I've never understood their spawn condition, honestly, so I can't tell you that much about it. Data recovery, please. Nice.
Excellent. We look forward to seeing
on the red ones.
progress.
I'm gonna bring Breslin. Like this, right? I found out today that I have Bress's name wrong, and I am ashamed. Okay, do that. Do I want another assault? Let's go, a couple more of these guys. Just in case. This might be the last one of these data recoveries. Farming Exalt for meld
Handle this matter with discretion.
and for weapon fragments. Mostly for meld. I only have 2 mechs right now. That doesn't seem right. Maybe it's a good idea, though. The other ones are tired. They're sleeping. Smurf, you missed out on a really, really good civilian killing rocket in the Terra mission I just played earlier today. Unfortunately, you were not on the mission, but we got a couple. We got a couple good ones. You were there in spirit, I would say. Urban large structure. I believe Boulevard counts as an urban large structure. For inscrutable reasons. You just see 26. Yeah, that's a meme, I think. Aloha snack bar is meant to carry this for us. Arkle 600, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're enjoying the show. Appreciate the support a lot, Arkle 600. Welcome. Wonder where the other 599 of you are. I could pitch just to the Oracle plus numbers market. That could be my business plan. Blasted launchers, Smurf, they won't let me take on the assault carrier. They're forcing me to do the base defense. I don't know what to tell you. I no longer have power here, it seems. I'm a little uncomfortable with this team at the moment. actually giving them the guns that I built them will probably help a little. I mean, they're fine, right? Just feels like something's missing. It's not. You know, I like the late game armor, but it really looks like they're frogs. It looks like they're frogs with human heads. I've never been able to get past that. I like it though. I've always wanted to rule the world with frogs.
Strike one. Prepare for landing.
We've detected an Exalt cell operating out of India. Once Strike One is on the ground, we'll need to secure the area to allow our operative to acquire the necessary data.